What up, YouTube? It's your boy VTech and welcome back to the channel. Our last video we posted about the Dodge Dart and it did pretty good, so I think I'm gonna keep the trend going. And today we're gonna post another video on what happened to the Dodge Dart SRT4, because Dodge did confirm this car was gonna come out to the public in 2016, but as you guys can see, the Dodge Dart did get discontinued, so we never got to see that car. But there is a lot of information on what that car was gonna be like and what it might have looked like. So before we get into all that cool like concept cars or like what the SRT4 was gonna look like, we gotta talk about why did the Dodge Dart fail? Why it didn't get to that point that the SRT4 was gonna come out. Alright guys, I got 7 main reasons why I think the Dodge Dart didn't do too great and will cause it to end its run. So yeah, I'm a professional this time. I got a piece of paper to read all the important stuff on this, man. So the first reason was the car was rushed to market. I don't think rushing anything is really good because you're gonna miss out on some stuff, and some people, when they want to buy their car, they want to have all the options ready. So that kind of affected them low key. The second reason is it didn't live up to Dodge's DNA. It didn't have what Dodge is known for, like the aggressive looks, the performance. The Dodge Dart didn't have none of that. At that, you can't even blame them, to be honest, too, because Fiat was taking over, and we kind of know what Fiat cars are kind of like. Like they're very smooth, round cars. Some of them are performance, but the Dodge Dart didn't get that love. Like I think it should have. A third main reason was too many customizations. There's like 6 trims of the Dodge Dart, and there were so many options you could have got for each of the darts, which is kind of crazy. You could have got racetrack, you could have got the Uconnect, the touchscreen radio, backup camera, heated seats, dual climate control, sunroof, you can get signal mirrors on stuff like that. You could have got a digital cluster. There was too many options for a car. They tried to keep it simple, which I think that kind of hurt them, to be honest. The fourth one, the competition, it had tough competition because Dodge, they didn't really have any like compact car. I guess you can say the Dodge Avenger was around, but they're competing against very strong people. You have Honda with the Honda Civic, even with the Honda Accord. You have Toyota with the Corolla and the Camry. You have Volkswagen with the Golf and the Jetta and the Passat. You have Subaru with the WRX. There's like a lot of cars they had to go compete, and to be honest, them cars have been around way longer, so people rather just get those cars instead. And another reason is the car was too heavy. The Dodge Dart was a very heavy car. I think it was about 3,500 pounds. So that's a lot for a compact car. Obviously, the motor they put in there wasn't too great, and that goes to my second point. The motor wasn't that great at all, to be honest. You had 3 motor options. You could have got the 2.0-liter Tiger Shark motor that pushed around 160 horsepower. You had the 1.4-liter Fiat motor that was pushing 160 horsepower as well. Then you had the 2.4-liter Tiger Shark motor that was pushing about like 185, I believe. So not a lot of horsepower for a heavy car. So I think that's why, performance standpoint, the Dodge Dart didn't do too great. And to piggyback from that last point, here's another point. The decision on the motor wasn't that great. Dodge gave you 3 options for the motor. You had a 2.4 Tiger Shark that made 185, I believe. You had the 2.0-liter Tiger Shark that made 160. Then you had the Fiat motor, the 1.4 turbo motor that made 160 horsepower. It's the same motor that's in the Fiat 500. So that car is way lighter, and it kind of fit in that car. But in the Dodge Dart, that's almost like, I think maybe 1,000 pounds extra. It wasn't gonna do the same thing. So those are the things that kind of hurt it. So now we got the main reason why the Dodge Dart didn't do great. Let's go see what the concept Dodge Dart SRT4 is gonna look like, and other cars they predicted that was gonna come out, other variants of the Dodge Dart. So let's go. Alright guys, we're gonna talk about 4 concept cars, and the first one we're gonna talk about is my favorite concept car about the Dodge Dart. It is the GLH Dodge Dart, which shows homage to the old school Dodge Omen GLH, which means go like hell. We all know Dodge loves to throw homage to the old school stuff, but as you can see, the Dodge Dart looks completely different from the regular Dodge Dart that you see today. It has a fog light delete kit, which I think every Dart needs, to be honest. I think fog light delete kits makes every car look way more aggressive. It has an upper grille delete. It does have a different kind of hood. It has like a GT style kind of hood, which I love, to be honest. I'm happy that Dodge, they released this hood to the public. It has kind of like Scat Pack kind of rims, the satin black rims. It has big Brembo brakes from the front. Fiat gave this option to these Darts because Dodge didn't make these brakes. It's kind of like a Fiat option, I guess you can say. The rear end looks way better. It looks like a baby Charger from the rear end with the rear diffuser and the rear kind of Charger kind of spoiler. I think this car looks very great. The only downside about this Dodge, this car did have a 2.4-liter Tiger Shark, which with upgraded performance as well. The car had like lowering springs, as you guys can see, the Brembo kit. It had a better catback exhaust, so it was like your stock basic Dodge Dart, but with a nice exterior kind of look. Alright guys, this concept car is pretty dope. It is the GTS 210 Tribute Dodge Dart. This Dart is cool because it made 210 horsepower. It had a 2.4 liter Tiger Shark motor. That was tuned obviously because, as we know, the 2.4 liter only made 185 horsepower. So you're getting a lot of horsepower in this car, to be honest, for a Dodge Dart. Again, it is a Dodge Dart, so it's gonna be slow, but 210, not bad. It does look like the GLH. The only different is the wheels looks like kind of like the RT Charger and Challenger kind of rims, which I love, low-key. I love these rims better than the GLH rims. The car also did come with a carbon fiber hood, which is dope because Dodge didn't release this, but I wish they did because it will make the Dodge Dart look so much better. It came with a satin roof as well, which is pretty dope. The front lip, side skirt, same, all the same thing from the GLH had this car. So let's get into the real kind of SRT4 Dodge Dart that Dodge was gonna release, and here it is. This is the Dodge Dart Scat Pack, aka the Dodge Dart SRT4. They had two options. They had stage 1 and stage 2. I don't really know what was the difference between both of them, but here's like the summary of the whole car. As you guys can see from the front, it definitely looks like the 210 kind of, but instead of satin black, it had gloss black rims as well. I know this car was supposed to be like an all-wheel drive setup that made about 300 horsepower. So they were thinking about using the 2-liter Tiger Shark motor or the 2.4 Tiger Shark motor. So 300 horsepower all-wheel drive, it's not bad. It's not bad because now you can compete. If this car came out to the public, it was able to compete with the WRX and like maybe the Type R, maybe the GTS Corolla, I think it's called. The GT Corolla. I forget what it's called, my bad. And you can compete with the Golf, the STI, and all that stuff. So if that Dodge Dart did come out, it would be kind of dope. But I'm going to be honest. Here's the Dodge Dart that is the closest we're going to get to the SRT. And it's the Dodge Dart Mopar Edition. This Dodge Dart looks like every other concept car that they made. It had the Charger kind of rear spoiler, it had the rear diffuser, it had the front lip. This Dodge Dart was a little different though. It kept the GT kind of rims that you can get today. And some of the Mopar Edition had the option to get the big Brembo kits, big Brembo brakes in the front. Others didn't. So if you got it, it's worth way more. From factory, this car came with Mopar lowering springs. It came with like a short throw shifter. It came with like a stiffer steering wheel. So this car was a little beefier than the stock Dodge Dart. It is a 1.4 turbo Fiat motor. So again, it's only making 160 horsepower. But besides that, this car looks very great. I love the blue stripes. The blue stripe on the left side, just like the other Mopar Edition cars, it stands out. If you have one of these, keep it because it's worth something. Not gonna lie. So it's a pretty dope car. I wish Dodge did release all these concept cars, but hey, it is what it is though. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you have yourself a Dodge Dart and it's plain Jane, trust me, just go on eBay and put in Dodge Dart front lip, Dodge Dart side skirts, Dodge Dart rear diffuser, Dodge Dart spoiler. I promise you can make yourself your Dodge Dart look way more aggressive than it was right now. There's ways you can make your car way better. Like all these concept cars kind of help give ideas to people. So just go on eBay and find some cool stuff to make your Dodge Dart better. And let me know down below if I missed any cool facts about these cars. If there's other Dodge Dart concept cars that I didn't talk about. So I hope you liked the video, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.